Hey, what's up, guys? Cowboy Gone back from the video, and today I'm going to do my NFL Week 13 picks. So I did not do any picks last week there, so I'm just going to go off of the Week 11's picks there. I did not do any picks last week there. Usually on the Broncos, when the Broncos have a bye, I do not do any football videos during that week there. So when that happens, so I'm just gonna go off of Week 11's picks there. So because Week 12 I did not do them, I actually had a bye that week for picks. So Week 11 I went 11-4 overall, 150. 48-1. So let's get on to this week's picks for Week 13. So let's start off with Thursday, November 27th, Thanksgiving there. So these are the Thanksgiving games. So first on the list we got the 11 o'clock game, Mountain Times there, prime time. Fox. We have the Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions there. I'm gonna mostly this game is gonna be possibly could go either way here, but I'm gonna go with the Lions here to win. I think the Lions look really strong there with Matthew Stafford. I think Stafford can actually try to throw the football there, and he looks really stout there. I think he is going to try to get their revenge last week there. They technically lost to the Bears last week. So I think the Lions are really hungry in this game here. I think they might want to take the revenge here and mostly going against Green Bay there. Green Bay is mostly in a downfall. The Packers are mostly in a downfall there. They mostly can beat really bad teams there, but when they get up to good teams there, forget about it. They can't do nothing there. Jordan Love there. He always gets pressured there. Most of the Packers did beat the shit out of the fucking Vikings last week, but can't really say too much about the Vikings there. The Vikings are not really that great of a football team there. Going against the Lions there. The Lions might want to get that revenge from week 1. I think it's going to be an interesting game. So I'm going to say the Lions eke it out here and win this one. I think this game could be close, but I think the Lions can actually pull it out here and win it over the Packers there. So I'm going to say Lions over Packers. That's it for the 11 o'clock game. So we'll move on to the 2:30 game, Mountain Time, Primetime CBS and Paramount Plus. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Dallas Cowboys. Honestly, this game, it could go either way. This game is not really the best there. The Cowboys are not really the team I do not really want to see too much there. But the Chiefs have been massively struggling also. Kansas City has been massively struggling also. They didn't really do that well against us 2 weeks ago there. But they technically did upset the Colts last week there. In overtime there. In overtime, they technically upset the Colts last week. The Chiefs actually upset the Colts last week there in overtime. Mostly going against this Cowboys team there, who's also massively struggling there. But I don't know. This game could go either way. I think the Chiefs really need this win here to stay alive in the playoffs there. But I'm going to say the Cowboys might have a fighting chance in this game there. I think they're going to try to win it here. They're technically at home there. So I'm going to say the Cowboys win it. I'm going to go with the Cowboys here to win it over the Chiefs. I do not trust Kansas City. I do not trust Kansas City at all there in this game. I do not trust them at all in this game at all. I just do not trust them. So I'm going to say Cowboys win it. I'm going to pick up the upset here and Cowboys beat the Chiefs here. that's it for that game. So move on to the next game there. So we got the Thursday night game there. The Thursday night football. The last Thanksgiving game. We got a 6:20 game, Mountain Time, Primetime, NBC, and Peacock. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. Going with the Ravens here to win. The Ravens there are starting to turn themselves around. They looked really, really good last week. They did play their outstanding football last week there. They did pretty well. The Bengals there mostly got embarrassed last week. And I think they can't do nothing there. Yeah, Joe Burrow is back in this game. Joe Burrow is fully back. He came back last week there. But going against the Patriots, he kind of was struggling there. I think it's just mostly because he just came back. But they were pretty neck and neck there last week. With Burrow back, I think it might be the same here against the Ravens here. The Ravens there, they've been massively struggling this year with tougher teams, but they've been having it easy going there on this. But I'm going to say the Ravens. I'm going to go with the Bengals here to win it here. Burrow is back. I think Burrow can actually do something in this game. They kept up with the Patriots last week there, but I think they're going to bounce back here and win it. Possibly, maybe this might be another upset here. I'm going to say this might be another upset. I just do not trust the Ravens at all, what the Ravens can actually do. Even every time I pick the fucking Ravens, they fucking lose. So I'm going to say the Bengals win it here over the Ravens. So that's it for the Thanksgiving games. So let's move on to Friday, November 28th there, the shopping game, the shopping day game. 1:00 p.m. Mountain Time, Prime Video. We got the Chicago Bears at the Philadelphia Eagles. Going with the Eagles here to win. I think the Eagles actually have a little bit more advantage here over the Bears. The Bears there. This could be a back and forth type of game here. I'm going to say the Eagles actually have an advantage over the Bears. The Bears kind of massively struggled there time to time with Caleb Williams. Williams has not been playing his best football. Well, he's been playing pretty good football lately. But going against this Eagles team there with the Saquon Barkley there, who honestly could run up the scoreboard on him, I just do not see what the Bears can actually do against this Eagles team. But I'm going to say Eagles win it over Bears. That's it for the Friday games. So move on to the Sunday games, November 30th. 11:00 Mountain Time for the 11:00 games. We got the San Francisco 49ers at the Cleveland Browns. Going with the Niners here to win. I think the Niners can actually do something here going against them. Niners look really, really sharp here, and I think they can actually do something in this game. The Browns there, I do not trust at all. They kind of are going into a down slump there. They technically started, they beat the haters last week, but that's nothing to say to. But I'm going to say the Niners win it. I think the Niners might be more prepared in this game against the Browns. Browns are not that great of a football team anyways, so I'm going to say Niners over Browns. I might trust the Niners here to win over the Browns. Even plus they want to get that bad taste out of their mouth from losing last week. So I'm going to say Niners over Browns. Next game we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans. Going with the Jags here to win. I think the Jags actually have a little bit more advantage here. This is like not even a no contest here. Jaguars are going to fucking dominate in this game. I think this is going to be my domination of the week. The Jaguars are going to fucking smack them around here in this game. They look really strong there. They look really fierce. The Titans there can't really do nothing here in this game. They're technically out. They're just really trying to go for the number one draft pick at this point. So I don't see what Tennessee can actually fully do against the Jaguars. Jaguars look really fierce here, and I think they can actually do something here. I'm gonna say Jaguars beat the living shit out of the Titans here. I do not trust the rookie quarterback at all. They have, so I'm gonna say Jaguars win it big. No contest here. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. This game could go any other way there. That Texans defense is really, really strong there, and I think they can actually do something against the Colts there, and we'll see actually pressuring them. The Colts there got him mostly was trying to put up a good fight against Kansas City last week there, so they might want to get that bad taste out of their mouth losing against KC last week. But mostly the Texans there, I think this might be a pretty much like a dogfight. The Texans actually have a really strong defense there, mostly upsetting Buffalo last week on Thursday Night Football. I do not trust the Colts. I think the Colts might win it here. I might say the Colts win it. I'm going to go with the Colts here to win over the Texans. The Texans there can actually keep them up there in this game, but I do not trust them at all. So I'm going to say Colts over Texans. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Miami Dolphins. This is mostly the shit bowl of the week here. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here to win. I think the Dolphins can get something done here. They're at home. I think they can actually do something against the Saints team. The Saints are god-awful. Dolphins are god-awful. But whoever's going to win this game, ever going to win this game. Tua is not really that great of a quarterback. Same with the Saints quarterback also. But I'm going to say I'm just going to say Dolphins win it. Next game, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the New York Jets. Going with the Falcons here to win. I think the Falcons can actually do something in this game there. Kyle Pitts there has been a terror lately there. So I'm going to say the Falcons actually beat them here. Jets there, they're not really fighting for nothing at this point. They're not really fighting for nothing at this point here. They're out of it. They're out of the playoffs. So I'm going to say Falcons beat them here in a landslide here. So I'm going to say Falcons over Jets. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Going with the Bucs here to win. Mayfield, I don't know if Mayfield is playing in this game or not. He did have that injury there, so that might be a full concerning what actually is happening with Baker Mayfield there. Mayfield is not really going to play that pretty well, but I'm going to say the Buccaneers win it. The Cardinals there have been massively struggling. They have not been playing their best football there. Kyle Murray, he's been struggling a lot this year. So I'm gonna say Bucks win it here over Cardinals. Next game, we got the LA Rams at the Carolina Panthers. Going with the Rams here to win. I think the Rams look really, really solid there. They actually have Puka Nacua there, who honestly will mostly throw the football there and mostly attacking them. They look really, really solid there. For the Panthers there, they're starting to come back around. They're starting to come back. Bryce Young is pretty sneaky there to win a lot of games. So I'm gonna say the Panther. This game could go back and forth, but I'm gonna say the Panthers win it. I'm gonna go with the Panthers here to win. I think the Panthers actually have something there over the Rams. I think it's going to be another game where it's going to be another upset there for a great team who honestly plays the Panthers. Panthers are a fucking sneaky-ass team. Panthers are a sneaky-ass team there. They can upset a lot of teams there. So I'm going to say Panthers over Rams. Next game, that's it for the 11 o'clock games. We'll move on to the 2:05 game, Mountain Time. First on the 2:05, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks. Going with the Seahawks here to win. I think the Seahawks look really, really strong there. I think they can actually do something against that. They looked really awesome there. They looked like a really strong team there and stuff. For the Vikings there, they just got their ass handed by the Packers last week. I just do not see them actually try to go against Seattle and do the same thing. They're really going to struggle against Seattle here. I'm going to say the Seahawks win it here. This is my second domination. This is my second domination of the week here, and my lock of the week. I'm going to say Seattle wins it here in a big landslide here. Even this game, I have filmed this game could be 50 points or so. So I'm going to say Seahawks over Vikings. Next game, that's it for the 205. Let's move on to the 225s. Mountain Time first on the 225s. We got the Buffalo Bills at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Going with the Bills here to win. I think the Bills there, they're mostly pretty upset from losing last week there. They might want to try to have a bounce back game there against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is not starting Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is technically out there. So it's going to be a massive struggle for the Steelers. They're here to win. Mostly the Bills want to get that bad taste out of their mouths from losing last week. So I'm going to say Bills win it over Steelers. That's it for that game. So move on to the next game. There we have the Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Chargers here to win. The Chargers looked really, really stout there. The haters there, they're fucking crap. The haters are fucking crap there. But this is a divisional game. This game could be massively close there because it is a divisional game. But I'm gonna say the Chargers win it here in a close fashion. There, I just do not see the haters actually trying to win it. But this game is a divisional game here. I think the haters are going to put up a good fight here on this one, but I'm going to say Chargers win it over haters. That's it for that game. So let's move on to Sunday Night Football. 6:20 Mountain Time, Primetime, NBC, and Peacock. We got my Denver Broncos at the Washington Commanders. I'm gonna go with my Broncos here. When we looked really outstanding there, we actually have Bo Nix there. He is playing his best football there. He is actually playing he's been playing his best football there. But I don't know if this is like a game there where Bo is going to be hot or cold there. But I just do not trust too much about this game. This game could be close there because technically Bo there, when he gets against these crappier teams, he always flubs up. But I'm gonna say our defense can hold him out. I think our defense looks really good with Nick Benito and Jonathan Cooper there. I think they can actually handle him there. Plus, we get PS2 back there in this game, so technically it's going to be an interesting fight there for this game here and stuff. For the Commanders there, they don't have Jaden Daniels, so they're playing Mariota there. They're playing Mariota there this week, and I might see them. It might be a little bit of a different style type of game. This game is going to be close, but I'm going to say my Broncos pull it here in a close fashion. That's it for that game. So move on to Monday Night Football, December 1st, 6:15 Mountain Time, Primetime, ESPN. We got the New York Giants at the New England Patriots. I'm going to go with the Patriots here to win. I think the Patriots look really, really stout there with Drake May. May can actually throw the football there pretty well against this Giants team. The Giants there, they can put up a good fight there, but once again, they just find a way to lose these games, and I do not trust them. So, yep, that's for my shit. Carl Russ wants to choose the Bills. We like the Bills. Please subscribe for the notification to the live streams. Carl wants to choose the Bills. Fuck out. Out of peace.